So I'll be showing how you'll be using this onion bulb to plant. All you just need to do is to cut this onion bulb. Like, you can make use of some part and the rest part you are going to use it in planting. Let me show you. On the screen you can see that I've already done that already. All what you just need to do is to make sure that the side that have the root, it is the side that you are going to make use of. You can see the cuttings that I've taken the other part to prepare my meal, while this other part that has the root, all what I just need to do is to peel off those other parts, so that when I want to nurse it with water, the water will not destroy this part that I will need to peel off. So that is what I want to do now. So you can now see that I've peeled off those parts, and what I just need to do is to make sure that I find anything that I can put water and use this part that this root is showing, the root, and place it that the water is going to touch this root. It is the water touching this root that is going to drag out the root out. Right now the root is not being dragged out, but by the time you place this on water, just the root part alone, it's going to drag out the root of the onions, and by that you can now plant it. So this is a container filled with water that I'll be using the onions root to place on top, but before then I will bring its cover because I've already perforated holes. So this is it. I will just need to place, because I've just need to place the onions, the onion bottom that the root is, I will need to just place it on that hole, and you know the water is there and it is filled, so it's going to touch the root at the bottom of the onions, and you give it like 4-5 days, you will see that it will start bringing out the roots, and from there you start seeing the onions growing before you now take it to the soil to go and plant. So this is how to nurse your onions. Already water is there, and you've been able to make sure that the water is just touching the bottom, which is the root of the onion. So with time it will come outside. You can make use of any other thing. You can even make use of plastic, Coke plastic bottle, or the normal bottle itself, anything that you know that it will not allow the water to touch the onions. You can make use of anything. For example, I will show you the one of plastic bottle. Now this is just a plastic bottle being filled with water, and the water is at the top. So you just need to place the back of the onions on top of this bottle that is filled with this plastic bottle filled with water, and that's all. So you can now see it now. It is being placed. So you can now see how it is being placed on top of the bottle. So these are the onions that I've nursed, and you can now see that leaves are now started coming out. You can see even this one, look at it, this one, you can see the leaves. This other one, take a good look at it. You can see those green things. It is leaves that wants to start coming out. So from this stage now, you can now take it to the soil, because the roots are out. The roots are out. You can now see the roots of the onions like this. You can now take it to the soil, especially this one that the green leaves are out. You can now take it to the soil, plant it, and you plant everywhere and just make sure that the soil covers everywhere except the green leaves. Now I want to take it to the soil. So I want to plant it now. This one is now ready for planting, and you will now see how I will plant it. The hole has been dug and I'm now planting it. I've finished planting it. You can now see that when I planted it, I covered the whole body of the onions with soil except the green leaves coming out. So that is how it will grow out and complete its life cycle. Here, if the onions is too much, then I will need to separate them to a different place so that they can grow well. So the onions is now 30 days old, and you can see it is now bringing out the onions bulb, and I will need to transplant this onions bulb into separate places so that they can now grow well. You know, one onions can bring plenty onions, so I will dig it out and see how many it was able to bring. Then I will now plant them separately and they will complete their life cycle. You can now see that I've just dug it out from the soil and I want to separate them. And once I separate them, the next thing is to plant them one. So you can now see I've separated them and I was able to get 8 onions from this one onion that I planted. So I will now go and plant these 8 onions separately. Then from there they will now grow to maturity. So you can now see that I've planted the 8 onions separately. So like this, they will now need to complete their life cycle and turn to a mature onion, which is full grown onion, a full onion bulb. That is how these ones will complete their life cycle. So this is how we do plant our onions with the onion bulb. Sometimes you can even have more than this 8. It can get up to even 10 to 15 and even more than, depending. It depends. But right now I was able to get 8 from one onion bulb. You might try yours and you might have more than that. So this is how we do plant our onion bulb. So in the next video that I will do, I will show you guys how these onions have grown to maturity. So thank you very much, and I hope you've learned something. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Israel Simplified Farm, and also my Facebook page, Israel Simplified Farm, my Instagram also, Israel Simplified Farm. Thank you very much, and please don't stop sharing my videos. Keep sharing, like, comment. Thank you very much. See you guys later. Bye.